Hey friends, before we get started, I want to let you know about a little discount code we can use at my website, CarnivoreCompanion.com. Use code SPOOKYSHIP to get free shipping all month long in October. And if you sign up for the email list, you might just get a special email with a discount code that can stack on top of that. So, if you want some delicious, clean seasonings, be sure to check out CarnivoreCompanion.com. Links down in the description below, and let's get started with this video. We're going to start this recipe with your favorite thing on the carnivore diet, garlic. Go ahead and call this recipe whatever you want. Carnivore, ketovore, keto, whatever. I don't care anymore, as is indicated by this long-winded script entry. I removed garlic jackets by shaking them in a jar before, so I'm going to do the same here. Simply place 2 heads of garlic and begin to for about a minute and be amazed. Doesn't look like it did it this time. Maybe that's because I was only using a couple of cloves before. Whatever, get the jackets off and let's get to roasting. Grab a little piece of foil and place the garlic in the middle. Then add about a tablespoon of lard and a big pinch of salt. Wrap this tightly and place it into an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the garlic is nicely browned. While that's in the oven, let's grab our second favorite thing on the carnivore diet, parsley. Roll this up and give it a nice chopping. Set it aside and get out your newly roasted garlic. You know it's nicely roasted when you can do this to it. Now start doing this with all of the garlic so that we have a nice paste. You can also give this a rough chop to help it along if you feel the need to. Next, we can add the parsley and top that with a nice stick of softened salted butter. You don't have to do this part with your hands, so I'll just let you figure out how you want to incorporate this. I just enjoy the feeling of butter in my dirty hands. Once it's nice and mushed together, place this onto a plate or wrap in plastic and set aside. Okay, now for our third favorite item on carnivore, ribeye, or really any steak you desire. Just make sure it's about 1 inch thick. Simply cut about 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. Feel free to use a ruler if you're really into your measurements. Now strategically press the cubes back together into a steak shape, and season generously with salt. The idea behind this is to have nicely browned bites of steak that are browned all over. And the best way to do this that I found is just to cook it like it's an intact steak. Place these steak-shaped cubes into a pan over medium-high heat and sear it for about 3 minutes. You'll want a crust that looks something like this. Flip all the steak pieces and continue to sear on the other side. Push all the pieces to the other side of the pan and add in about 3 tablespoons of the compound butter. Grab a spoon, tilt the pan, and simply baste your steak pieces continuously for about 2 minutes. After that time, you can turn the heat off and top with a little more of that butter. Stir this in and plate it up. Pour that melted butter on top and sprinkle on just a touch more salt. And look at that, we got a nicely browned steak bite that's perfectly medium rare. If you're trying to feed a lot of people this recipe, just do it in batches so you don't end up with this.